Alright, so here's a fourth example, finding or solving trigonometric equations. Alright, so here we have tangent squared plus tangent minus 2 equals 0. Alright, and we want to find all the solutions from 0 to 2 pi. Alright, so in this video, we're going to be in radians instead of degrees. Alright, my first two videos, examples 1 and 2 and example 3, those two videos that contain those examples, all of those are in degrees. And so now this one's going to be in radians, so let's take a look at this. Alright, so first thing we're going to need to do is, well, it looks like a quadratic, so we can factor this. So that's going to give me tangent x, and we will have plus 2 minus 1, and so tangent x plus 2 equals 0, or tangent x minus 1 equals 0. So I have tangent x equals negative 2, or tangent x equals 1. Alright, so here we have tangent x equals 1. That's one of the special angles. Okay, we know that's 45 degrees, or pi over 4 in this case. Okay, so that one's not going to be too bad. Well, let's look at this one. Tangent x equals negative 2. That's not a special angle. Okay, and this is what I was talking about in the second video for example 3, that always use your reference angles to solve these trigonometric equations, because this right here, when you come across this, you have to use reference angles. Alright, so let's just concentrate on this one. Tangent x equals negative 2. Alright, so my solution, I know, is going to be in the second and fourth quadrant, because that's where tangent's negative. Okay, so I have to find my reference angle. And remember, your reference angle is the angle that's in the first quadrant. Okay, so to find my reference angle, I'm going to say, okay, well, tangent x equals positive 2. And I'm going to put a subscript r there to let me know that when I find this, this is my reference angle. And it's not going to be one of my solutions, because the original problem is tangent x equals a negative number. So I know my solutions are here and here, but I'm going to change it to positive so I can get my reference angle that's in the first quadrant. And then I'm going to use this reference angle to find my second and fourth quadrant angle. Okay, so my reference angle, and I'm just going to take the inverse tangent of 2 in the calculator. So second inverse tan of 2, and that's going to be 1.107. It's a long, there's about 8 more decimals there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to round it to 1 decimal place. Okay, I tell you, we'll go ahead and round it to 2. So it's 1.12. Okay, so if you're not getting this in your calculator, make sure your calculator is in radian mode. Okay, alright, so now let's look at this. See this 1.12 radians. Okay, this is not degrees, it's radians. That's the angle right here in the first quadrant. There's my 1.12 radians. So I'm going to use this reference angle to find my second and third quadrant angle. So my second quadrant angle, so there's x. Here's my reference angle, 1.12. So now x is going to be what? 180 minus this. But since I'm in radians, that's going to be pi minus 1.12. And so x is pi minus 1.12. and that is going to give me a solution of x equals 2.02. And remember, this is radians. Okay, that's 2.02. Okay, so there's my second quadrant angle, so I've got this one taken care of. Now I need to find my fourth quadrant angle. So let me go ahead and erase this and give us some room to work. Alright, so my fourth quadrant angle, which is this angle here, that's x. Well, I'm going to use my reference angle, 1.12. And so here, x is, well, that's going to be 360 minus this angle. Well, 360 in radians, remember that's 2 pi minus the 1.12, my reference angle. So 2 pi minus 1.12, that is going to leave me with 5.16. And so this would be 5.16. And so there's the solution for this one. Tangent x equals -2. Okay. All right. And remember, all this is radians. All right. Now let's go to the other part. All right. So I've got tangent x equals 1. Okay. Well, this solution is in the first and third quadrant. Okay. First and third quadrant. So I need my reference angle to find the solution in the third quadrant. Remember, your reference angle is in the first quadrant. Well, guess what? One of my solutions is also in the first quadrant because tangent is positive. So that means my reference angle will also be a solution. So, well, we know here that x is what? 45 degrees, or pi over 4. Okay. Yes, that's my reference angle, but it's also a solution. That's why I'm not putting a subscript r like I did over here. I put the subscript r here because my reference angle was not a solution over here. But over here, my reference angle is a solution, so I'm not going to put the subscript r. Now, to find my third quadrant angle, this x, well, there's my reference angle, pi over 4. So this is x is going to be 180 plus the reference angle, or instead of 180, since we're in radians, pi plus pi over 4. So x is pi plus pi over 4. So x is 5 pi over 4. So there's my solution in the third quadrant. And so there's the solution to that equation. Alright, so hope this helped. I'll do some more on solving these things. And like I said, the further I get along with them, they'll get more difficult. Alright, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my other videos. Thanks.